Can you guys hear me now? Checking the mic. Cause I'm a checking and I'm a checking the mic. Checking it. There it is. That works. There we go. Yeah, I guess you just gotta restart it. Yeah, that happens a lot. I don't know. Sometimes I could go for hours and hours. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can go hours and hours with no problems, and then that's the first time it's happened that fast. I'll be honest, I blame public schools. Well, it's cool that you get to hang out with us a little bit more than you usually do, Dan. Usually you just pop in, you tease us with your presence, and then you leave. But here you are, talking, being a person, painting redacted models. Lull. What do you mean lull? Listen, I'm trying to be emotional here. I'm trying to support you. And you give me lull? You lull me? What are you, a raffleser of the lull? This is why I can't open up to people. Wow. Well, you gotta do it more often, Dan. I'm here every Monday and Sunday. I don't know if you noticed, but Dr. D's Deezaster Zone is an unmitigated success. People, they come in, I'm painting, they stare at me, and they go, wow. I still have 3 days, but I don't really have any responsibilities, and then I'm on to my next job. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I heard someone told me you were getting a new job or something. It's not teaching. Did you get that job? Where it was like research or something? Congrats. I didn't know you actually got it. So congratulations, buddy. As someone who is also going through a job transition, I'm excited for you. So everybody congratulate Dan on a job well done. He's finally going to be able to move out of his mom's basement. Still teaching, different district, same school as Danny. And where he graduated from. Oh, congratulations, buddy. I bet that makes the commute a lot better. Now you and the significant other can get on each other's nerves 24 hours a day. Not specifically like you and Danny just, getting on each other's nerves, but just general ended significant other. I'm getting on your nerves. And then when your kids start going to school, so when Felix gets to that school, just make sure when he's in the class, just tell the class that, listen, class, I'm only sleeping with one of your mothers. That's good that you like each other. That's good. Congratulations, buddy. For a multitude of things. Okay, I kind of forgot what I was doing because we were just having problems. Blue black. Monument hobby blue black. And I'm just stippling, highlighting up on some of the black areas. We don't want to make this super apparent, but we do want to give it just the tiniest hint of depth. So that it doesn't just look like a flat black. And it'll tone down a little bit once it's not wet. Kids go in the district, not where we were. Oh, well, that's true, I guess. Well, then maybe don't use that line on any of your classes. You might get in trouble for that for that one. Unless you are, you know what? Then I guess you should be honest, right? I think being a teacher, you're kind of like a cop. You have to tell the truth. I guess we'll leave that up to your. Bye, Dan.
Love you, Dan.
Tara said she loves you. What's up with that?
Well, you love Hoopu.
That's fair. Everybody loves Hoopu, though.
Everybody does love Hoopu.
Not everybody loves Dan.
That's why Dan needs some love.
That's true. Like 90% of people like Dan. Everybody does love Raymond. That's true. I watched a lot of that show with my grandparents. We watched that and a lot of New York Jets. Or, not Jets, sorry, New York Giants. Dylan. Good night, Dan.
He's going to bed. Does he have a 7 a.m. class?
He's not working right now. I don't know. Maybe he's got to go to church.
On Monday.
I don't judge. If you want to go to church, you can go to church.
He's the Oniana arsonist, honestly. Dan's the Oniana arsonist.
He's the Oniana arsonist. Oh, that's nice.
That's why he's got to go to bed.
I see. For some early morning burning. That's fair. I guess I didn't even consider that, actually.
Well, I mean, like the last time we were there was that big fire. And then the next time we were there was another big fire. So I feel like it's got to be somebody from PCN.
Maybe it's Dan. That's true, I guess.
And
Maybe
Dan just seems like...
he seems like an arsonist.
He seems like, what do they call those people who love fire?
Pyromaniac?
Pyromaniac. He seems like he'd get jazzed about fire.
I'm learning a lot today. Alright, then we're putting in a little bit of that Lutheran blue. We don't want to go super extreme on this because we don't want that blue to not look realistic. But we just want to give it some zazz. Know what I'm saying? So usually I would go and mix in some white with this specifically, but I'm not going to do it for this. Did somebody say your zazz up here? Wowee. Let me tell you what I want. What I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want it up. So I want 50 hot wings, hot sauce, with some jalapeno peppers. Keep the ranch coming. Hey, Wilmar, did you hear what I ordered? I'm going to be farting blood over here. You know what I mean, Fry Man? Wayne the Brain McLean. Wayne the Brain McLean. I think those dog looks pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'm gonna paint the collar. God, it scares me every time. Why is it so loud? Alright, we're painting the collar black. Oh, because of the nature of my current employment, Wilmar, if you would like to go to Webway on Tuesday, we can make that happen. Wayne the Brain McLean. That would not be cool. Good. I could finally play a game of Infinite. Yeah, that's true. Actually, that would be a great time to do that. If we go early enough, we might be able to actually play Malifaux too. Because I'm an unemployed slob. All I do all day is stand in the bread line.
You do that? Why don't we have more bread?
Because they're always out. Kids these days.
Jeez.
Sheesh. Something funny?
Somebody online is enjoying my dark humor.
It's just me doing trivia on an empty lot. I got. But that bill is very real. You need to pay me.
Does Wilmar want to go to Rosendale's Got Talent with us on the last Sunday of the month?
On the last Sunday of the month, do you want to come, Wilmar, or anybody, I guess, listening, to the Rosendale Has Talent karaoke event at the bar near my house? Kara and I love karaoke. It doesn't love us.
I have been practicing.
Kara says she's been practicing specifically for you, Wilmar, which is
Well, no, that's
oddly targeted.
Skit. I've been practicing skits for Wilmar.
Oh.
Definitely somebody in my skit is going to be named Wilmar. Or Wilbur.
Wilbur, yeah. I think that joke would hit harder.
Well, it'll just have to be what comes out of my mouth because I'm not that great.
That's fair. What do you mean, no, Rylan? You don't want to come to karaoke?
Rylan doesn't live close enough to come to karaoke, but Rylan, if you ever want to visit, we have a guest room.
It's true. What are your karaoke go-to songs? Well,
What's mine, babe?
The Zombie song by the Cranberries.
Babe. I don't think I've ever sang that at karaoke.
You literally sang it last time we went.
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I sang Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Whatever. Yeah, that.
That's not my go-to
That's not your
song.
That's not your go-to though.
What's my go-to? Come on. Come on. Gender bending. Any one of the gender bending songs I pick.
I don't remember.
Stacy's mom, Jesse's girl.
You didn't do either one of those at the last one. Well, I guess we only had time for one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, but you've known me for 7 years, babe.
When's the last time we went to karaoke?
You've known me for 7 years.
Okay.
You've been to a lot of karaoke, and I have sang Stacy's mom at least 5 times while we've known each other. At least.
If you won't come to NashCon, I'm not going up there for karaoke. I suppose that's fair. That is fair.
Is there wrestling at NashCon?
Yeah, is there any wrestling at NashCon?
I've got a wrestling uniform. Looks like Black Canary, but you know, it's kind of like wrestling.
While we're just joshing around, I want to paint the eyeballs real quick.
I never can josh while I paint eyeballs.
He said depends on how much everyone drinks. I don't know if you heard that. Joshing? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, so we're gonna do the usual thing for the brown or the black on the collars. Blue black. And we're gonna go for like a leather belt. I don't remember the World of Warcraft belt meme. I know it's got stats or something, leather belt, ugh. But pretend I did that. There we go. Nice and easy. And I've already got some of this like pre-mixed on here, so that just makes it easy. We're just going to use the next one, which is mixed in with a little Lothern blue. And the collar has some like raised edges to it. So we're just going to make sure we pick that out. And because we're going to try and go for a leather look, we're going to try and keep the highlight zones a little on the smaller side to give it more of like a gleam. And we're going to do a little bit of non-metal metallic on the metal, I don't know if it's a buckle. I don't know what the proper word would be. Why are my elbows so itchy? Whatever the part that the loop strap thing. There's Artemis's. Then the next one, a little bit more Lothern blue. And again, we want to move in the direction of where the highlight's coming from. Mixing a little bit of white. I forgot to get the schnauzer. The schnauzer, you should put a little bit of white on there just to kind of give it an edge. What? That one actually didn't scare me because it didn't like blow my eardrums through my butt.
So don't do that one anymore, guys.
Alright, some pure white. Or pretty close anyway. And just get the edges. You did try, I'll give you credit. That's all you can do. You guys keep trying to ruin my paint jobs by scaring the bejesus out of me. But that one didn't work. A little bit of white on the edge of that schnauzer, because the noses usually glisten, because they are wet, because they're doggos. Maybe do a little bit on the jowl area just to kind of give it a little more depth. Because we want our doggos to be beautiful. Maybe I'll put a little bit of white on top of some of the high fur spots just to give it a little more depth. Real subtle though. We definitely don't want to overdo this. Kind of pull it like little strings. I don't know. That's looking pretty good. I'm not usually one to compliment my own work, but...
But now that you're not overworked, you're realizing how good your work is?
Yeah, I guess. That good boy look good. He does. So one's a girl. This is Artemis. I think Artemis is a girl. Although it's hard to say because they don't have the things that distinguish them between those things. I mean, I'm not a scientist. I don't know how to tell the difference, I'll be honest. I tried asking them, they didn't answer me. Rude. Rude. I need a Indian in the cupboard kind of situation. Which, that's an old movie now. There might be a lot of people that don't get that reference. Raise your hand if you remember Indian in the Cupboard.
That's probably racist at this point. Age well.
No, I don't think.
Native American in the cupboard.
I don't think that's fair. Yeah, Native American in the cupboard.
Because I work with a lot of Indians, and they're not Native Americans.
That is true. Well, I mean, we talked about this, Wilmar. You're a little bit older than me. Not that much though. So, like, when did that movie come out? It came out like the 90s?
What movie?
Indian in the Cupboard.
Oh.
Because I'm 30. I'm 32. I think you said you were like late 30s, so we're not that. It's not
But
that.
I mean, like,
Not that big
it
of
was
age
a
difference.
popular children's movie even after it came out. Like, it didn't just, like, be popular that year. It stuck around for a long while.
All right, Indian in the Cupboard came out in 1995, so that's 3 years after I was born. I have 1 foot grip in the grave at all times. I mean, yeah, sure. I've seen that movie once while channel surfing ages ago. I think that's probably how most people found it,
Right.
because I don't think it was Disney.
No, it wasn't. It was something else. It's probably Nickelodeon.
I could check in a second. You're probably right. But again, this is 1995, Swan. The rules were different back then. Okay, let's ask the internet. 1995 American family fantasy film directed by Frank Oz, based on the 1980s children's book of the same name. It was a box office bomb. Oh no, it didn't earn any money. That's terrible. It's Paramount. It's Paramount Pictures. And it only got 35 million against the 45 million dollar budget.
Ooh, that's not good.
It ain't gonna get a sequel.
Because it didn't meet its goals. It's supposed to make money, not lose money. It was probably, like, cutting edge technology, though.
I mean, they had a cupboard that brought toys to life.
Like I said, it was cutting edge technology.
That is some cutting edge stuff. Yeah, you ain't wrong. I wonder how much more of those would go for these days. I might have to go back and watch that movie. Like, I don't remember, like, why. How did this kid find out about that? He's just like, yeah, let me put my little dollies in this thing, and they come out like, I'm gonna kill you. When in the Dr.D's movie night watch along. I could do it. I know Jesse on Fury's Finest did some watch alongs for. I want to say it was the X-Men movies, or it might have been some of the Avenger movies. One of the two, but you could like sit there and they would talk essentially as like a commentary as you watch it. If there was a cupboard that you could put toys in and they come to life, I'm filling it full of Necrons. Does it make their guns alive though? Was that something that happened in Indian in the Cupboard? Because there was a cowboy. Did his guns work? I don't remember that. Oh, we could sit and watch the the Batman and Robin movie. And I could say every line exactly at the same time as the movie. Fred! I think, what is it, leeching off your brain? Leeching off your brain. I watch Toy Stories a lot, bro. Let me tell you, I watched that movie a whole lot. What were they called? The Gorgons? It's so you. It's so you. Yeah, when he goes to Two Faces lair, I guess, or whatever. It's so you. It's so you. I want to flip this coin. And if it's heads, I'll listen to your offer. But if it's tails, I'll blow your goddamn head off. That's peak cinema. I want to say the word Gorgon was involved because of the fact that they look like monsters. I think. Because Argonauts is like a Greek term for, like, Jason and the Argonauts. But I don't think that was a reference to them. You're darn right. Bro, there was a... I don't know if it was an RTS. I don't know what it would have been distinguished as. There was a video game. There was a Toy Story video game that I adored as a kid. Adored it. I love. What am I looking for? I'm gonna paint skulls. That's what I'm doing, everybody. Before Wilmar keeps trying to ruin the stream with his distractions. All right, we're gonna paint it Scrag brown. All right. Anyway, back to ruining the stream. Yeah, I used to play the living butts out of the RTS game. Absolutely adored it. I gotta look it up now. I need the deep lore. It's so yeah. No, it's not Toy Story. What is it? Toy Soldiers? Soldier. Yeah, it was Toy Soldier. Yeah, it's picking up the Green Army Men games. Here it is. Small Soldiers. That's what it was. Small Soldiers. Yep, here it is. All right, here we go, guys. Time for the deep lore that you come for from the painting stream. Yeah, dude, this game was legit. All right, we all need a painting break, right? Yeah, that's why we're doing this. Wilmar's he's just looking out for our health. You know, I gotta give a little stretch. And you can play as the soldiers or the Gorgons, I think. I want to say they were called the Gorgons. Yeah, it was on PlayStation. Yeah, there was like the crazy spinning one. There was the leader. Yeah, here they are. The eyeball thing. Yep, that's right. I remember that. The one that smashed stuff. Oh my gosh. The Gorgonites. Yeah, the Gorgonites. That is an incredibly tiny picture. What is this, a picture for ants? The Commando Elite. That's right. Yep. Oh, that's right. Yep, there was the rhino with the slingshot thing, and then there was like the one that got destroyed and they had to rebuild them. Yeah, and they had like a freakazoid thing. That's right. I remember this. And then he was like he was like supposed to be the leader, but he was also like really nice or whatever. That's right. I forgot about the Frankenstein one. All right, Commando Elite. I don't remember their names, but this was the dynamite. This is the explosive specialist. This was the gun one. He was the leader. This was like the tech guy. I think he like was using RC cars and stuff. I want to say this was like the close combat guy. This is the one that dies, and they rebuild him. I think there's like a whole scene where they're like taking his face off, and I don't remember him. But I'm pretty sure this is like the combat specialist guy. Oh, actually, they have little things. Nick Nitro. Yeah, there you go. Chip Hazard. Yeah. Butch Meathook. He's a sniper. Okay. Oh, sure. Absolutely. Brick Bazooka. He's like the tank. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Link Static. Man, what are these names? Link Static. He had a shock thing. Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. Kip Killigan. Yep, he's the sneaky guy. Yep, I do remember that. Vasquez. I don't remember that. Pretty sure that's an Aliens reference, but sure. Oh my gosh, do they have the names of these things? We can't get the names. Archer. That was his name. He's the leader. That's right. He had the little arm crossbow thing. That's right. Slam Fist. Yeah, natural. Insaniac. Punch It. Ocula. And then the Frankenstein. Yeah, Frankenstein. Look at that. Wayne Static? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. If you ask me, Insaniac, that, I don't know. That's looking a little freakazoidish to me. If anybody remembers that from the WB cartoons. Yo, look at his health point. He's got that 8 health. Yo. I don't know what it means, but it's so good. Look at that attack power. He's got 10 attack power, guys. That's a great question. What was I painting? I was painting doggos, right? I was painting skulls. Every time. Django Feet 23. That's a great name. Thank you for the follow. Oh gosh, if it was the small soldiers thing that got you, yeah, I have a feeling that's the real moneymaker right there. Everybody loves Small Soldiers. What a movie. Also, you know what? What year was that made? We gotta know the deep lore. 1998. 1998. I was 6. Very impressionable. I actually started getting flat tops after I watched that movie as a haircut. I must have seen it when I was like 10. Because I thought it was the coolest thing. I was like, oh, flat tops. That looks so cool. And I was like, I want to join the army when I grow up. It's going to be great. How many of you do you think got indoctrinated by that? Even though it's a movie that I think the point of it was supposed to be like tolerance, because you're supposed to like root for the weird looking things, the Gorgonites, even though they're like clearly the good guys and the Commandos are like off their rockers. And yet another perfect example of how parents don't watch their kids very well. Because those parents did not stop literally open warfare on their like front lawn. Because they like invaded their house. I'm pretty sure they were like holding up in the house. And they were using like bottle rockets and like power tools and stuff. I'm glad you could join us, Django Feet. This is what you're after. I know it. You don't even have to say anything, bro. I get it. I get that's what you want. Alright, so we're painting the skulls, this Baylor Brown. Thankfully, the desert stuff that I'm doing, I'm going to also be highlighting with Baylor Brown right now. I don't want to use my slightly better brush to do that, so I'm just going to finish giving these a little bit of a base coat. Yo, you hear this beat? What is this? Bioelectric Crescendo. Yo. This beat's legit. Alright, so we're just taking some Baylor Brown, and we're just going to dry brush. Top of the mud. And again, when you're doing the mid-tone, As long as the model is done being painted, I would even dry brush a little bit of it onto the feet of the model just to give it a little bit of a tie-in, especially if you're painting stuff like mud. But don't do enough of it to where you're going to ruin the paint job. So I'm not going to put it on the ears because you would hope a dog would keep its ears off the flow. Even though I think there's like a rap song about that, where a guy is trying to keep his chains off the floor. Do they wobble to the floor? And so looking at this base, there's like a little gap here next to this skull. I might put like a little pool of water. Maybe some like murky looking water. Because I'm going to go for a bit of a Badlands look to the paint job. So I might surround it with some like plants and stuff, but I might put some water in there. Make it look like poopy water. That brown water. All right, so I'm gonna get most of it off of this brush, and I'm just gonna feather the feet a little bit, just to give it like a little bit of a brown hue to it, because he's been running around in mud. Because she's a good girl. I just realized I should have clipped that whole spot. I should have clipped that whole full side. If you click. I think if you hit clips, you can go back. And if you note the time, we're about like 40 minutes in. You can actually, I think you can go back on the POV and the POV, and I think you can actually still clip. I think that would have been a really good clip. Dude, the clips here, they come fast and they come often. You got to be ready. Dr. D he's a clipping machine. Here we go. Here's the sign. It's a dog. Woof. Oh, you only get let. Well, why don't you clip that? Because I'm an idiot. People come here for that. They come here for the shadow puppets, and they come here for the small soldiers lore discussions. This is a painting stream. Oh my gosh. You gotta have fun, you know. You can't paint when you're not having fun. All right, so we will do another whip here if anybody's down to do it. I will post it here momentarily. There you go. That's what it looks like when you give it a good little dry brush. Gives it some depth. Look at his happy little eyeballs. He knows he's a good boy. Look at boy. Okay. Alright, if anybody is interested. Oh, hi, Bubby. I have so many tabs open. Here we
Stop looking at porn.
So there's the Discord. If you would like to present your whips, go to that page, post it, and we will talk about it. I don't see anything in there right now, which is okay. We always got something to do. There's always a billion unrelated things that we can talk about. Oh, I love doing this stream. It's always so much fun. All right. So now, while that's all drying, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the little metal part of the dog collar, the little like area where the belt loops through. I'm going to do non-metal metallic metal for iron. It's going to be really hard to see anything because it's very tiny. But what we're going to do is we're going to take some pure black, and we're just going to paint it straight black. Don't really need to show you a whole lot about this, because it's literally just painting black. It's just putting black on a model. If you can't do that, then I can't help you. I'm sorry. Alright, so then whenever you're doing a non-metallic iron color, you want to kind of go with a weird blue, like a blue-white, which a lot of times I use the GW colors. Rust gray, or I'm sorry, Fenris gray. Rust gray is I think a little bit too blue, but Fenris gray has this like white gray thing going on with it, which I really like. Now because this specific area of this model is not very big, we're not going to really need a whole lot of different colors to make this work. So I'm just going to get a little bit of that. This might be a little too watery for productivity's sake, but we'll try. I don't think it's gonna work.
Do it.
Jeez, God. It scares the shit out of me every time. This is gonna be really small. But you can kind of see where I put that. So hopefully that'll kind of look like metal here in a second. This one might be a little easier to see. You can't really see it when it's black, but you see that little black line, like right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to give it a little metallic sheen. So we're going to take some of that rust blue. I'm going to have a heart attack doing this stream. And we're literally not covering the whole surface, because with this metallic stuff, when you're doing non-metal metallics, you want to make sure you're leaving a lot of contrast. So it kind of blends right in. You can't really see that very well, but that's okay. Hopefully you will in a second. So you do that. Now, if this was another model, I would probably take... I probably would have used a color before this that is more of like the Fang, or something like this, where it doesn't quite go, it's not like such a sharp contrast. But because this area is so tiny, I don't think you need a bunch of colors for it, because it's such a small area. So now I'm going to take some pure white, and I'm just going to give it a little love tap on the edges, directly towards the light. Wilmar did something similar to this with his golds, when we were looking at these earlier, when we were looking at his geisha. Just like a quick and dirty NMM, where it's so small that it doesn't really necessarily take up a ton of time. And there you go. It just kind of looks like... I love you! Oh! I just want you guys to know that when every single time you pay channel points for that, my blood pressure spikes. Every time. I don't have to do cardio tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, so the skull's not fully painted, so we're going to just give it a little slap of the base. Slap of Slap of the Brown. Slap of the Bears. Yeah, anybody get that reference? That's a good movie. I'll give you a hint. I was a huge Rush fan growing up. The band. And they are in the movie. It was more like one of the main plot points, I guess. And I went to a Rush concert, and I want to say it was the after they did the concert, they did like a video of them sneaking backstage. Yeah, it is from I Love You, Man. Yeah. Slap it the bass. It's like, what is that accent? Is that a leprechaun? No, it's like a. It's like, what does he say it is? It's like his accent for everything, but like he says it's like, oh yeah, it's my I think he says like Scottish or something like that. Slapping the bass. And he does it in front of Geddy Lee, and he's just like, "What are you? Are you a leprechaun? Are you a leprechaun or something?" Oh man. Anyway, Rippin' Peaches, Alex, the guitar player for the Power Trio, he did pass away not too long ago. But I say that it was probably like 10 years ago, not because time marches on. Time marches on for all of us. All right, so there is a color called not that one. Called Bone by Proacryl. This is part of the. I want to say, I think this is Matt's. Yeah, Matt's Six Wish. It looks like bone. So we're gonna use it to paint skulls, which you're not gonna believe it is made of bone. You heard it here first. I can't speak today. You heard it here first, folks. Bones are made of bone. I didn't think we were gonna get here either, but there you go. So we're going to take a little bit of my not perfect brush. And so I'm just going to paint this like a full skull. I know that I'm not entirely sure. I don't think demons from 40K have skulls. I don't know, because I'm pretty sure they're made out of not realness. So I don't know why there's skulls for them anyway. But regardless, we're going to paint it like it's just a natural part of the flora and fauna of Malifaux. Because who knows? Who knows how this plague bear got here? Some kind of weird neverborn. Yeah, whatever. It don't matter. None of this matters. So we're just going to take it and draw it up towards the light. Now again, this this skull is going to have been in the dirt for quite a while. So I am going to dry brush on top of this with the dust of the desert. Or the Badlands, whatever you want to call it. So any imperfections with the transitions a lot of it's going to get hidden. So you don't have to go super crazy on this. And just make sure you leave some dark spots for the transition, or for the contrast. So this is kind of like somewhere in between like a dry brush and like a layer. Somewhere in between those two things. Skulls are also one of the few things that if you wanted to paint it by, especially if you're painting like a full skeleton, if you just paint it bone color and then hit it with like a brown wash, it's one of the few things where I'm just like, yeah, just wash it, it's fine. I remember demons being banished and their corporeal forms would also turn to nothing, which was an issue people had when the box of skulls came out. Okay, yeah, I don't understand why they have a skull. Like, obviously with 40K there's a lot of hand waving. Cause like that could be a part of the demonification of the area, is because they can like alter things when the veil gets thin. So I guess what they could have been doing is like there could have been human skulls on the ground, but then they're like, let's turn it into a plague bearer skull. Ooh, spooky. And then, Grandma is going out to get her diabetes medication. And the demon infestation's happening. She's like, oh my goodness, look at that. What is that? Oh my lord. Why is there a plague bearer skull hanging out on the side of the road? And the dog's like, don't worry, ma'am. I got this. Artemis is on the case. This is more of that deep lore that you're always after, you're hungering for, Wilmar. This is the content. Getting the content that you crave. Like the electrolytes. Meh. Meh. That transition might be a little too rough. After I'm done with Wilmar in our next Malifaux game, this skull is going to be... That's Wilmar's skull. Because he's going down. And then we'll play Infinity and he'll crush me like an ant, because I can't ever beat anybody with Infinity here lately. Grandma has to call the City Hall in Necromunda. They'll send someone to clean it up and add in the starch food supply. Well, that's nice of them. Yeah, hey, look, some demonness. Let's throw that in the food. It'll be fine. 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 So now I'm going to highlight it with a heavy warm white to give it the effect of like a bleached bone. I could just use bleached bone. They're pretty close. I'm gonna go with Screaming Soul just because I think it looks a little more sun bleached. Just a little bit though, not a whole lot. You could have went with either one. Are they going to put Grandma in the food supply, too? For having seen the skull? Or are they only going to get the skull? I admit I'm not entirely clear how that works. I haven't read the protocol. I don't know how to read. This is the beginning of our narrative campaign. Bro, I'm all about narrative campaigns. There should be like rules. Well, you don't play a single faction. That's what's wrong with this, Wilmar. You can't just pick a single faction. You pick 1,000 different and by 1,000 I mean like a couple different masters. And we can't do like faction offs where we're like, okay, the Explorer Society is going to go find Riva's mythical underwear nightstand, and they open it up because that's where the forbidden underoos are, and they open it up, and the Burning Man took her underoos, and we got to get them back. And by get them back, I mean steal them and put them where they belong in a museum. A crazy nun lady's underwear, where it belongs, in a museum. I haven't been showing you. Yeah, I should show you how it kind of turns out. So like when you start hitting it with that bleach bone, it doesn't really show all that well, but it looks like bleach bone. It's a panty. Listen, I'm a simple man, Wilmar. I play the Explorer Society, bro. They're looking to explore. They're looking to push the boundaries of what's legal. How Porky's. Thank you. Listen, just because you're repressed doesn't mean that I have to be, okay? I did turn my back. Well, listen, I didn't really turn my back. It's an issue of I played them for so long. I just crave something new. And Kara, if she does play, I mean, she wants to play Nelly. So I'm kind of like, well, now I'm in a trouble spot. What if she wants to play more, right? I can't go someplace and not have access to a master. I would get laughed out of the room. I would come in and I'd be like, yeah, I'm John Guild, and they'll be like, yeah, but you can't play all your masters because you're sharing them with your girlfriend, you big stupid idiot. I'm like, wow, this is a really aggressive community. Why is everyone? My gosh, why are you guys like attacking me? And you're like, and then they're gonna like, give me a swirly. Night, chatter boy. Oh, did we get anything for the stream? Oh, we sure did. Wilma! Wilma! Boop. It's the geisha. Coming along. Painting skin. Look at that. How many times did you mess up? Looks really good though. Were the bracelets painted before, or were they just like the gold color? Because if you messed up, I think that's where you did it. And I'm assuming there's something like you didn't attach here, or is that her finger? Or is that her finger? That could be her finger. She might be just pointing. Otherwise, that's like a wrist nub. Viva Las Vegas. Her fingers are okay. So those are just fingies. None. I have steady hands. Steady-ish hand, bro. Well done. I'd have messed up 1,000 times. We should look at the picture before. And it looks like you cleaned up that inner white thing. Is that done, or have you not shaded it yet? Look at that. Guys, look at this. That's fantastic. I love it. I'm in love with it. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, if it needs a bit of work in what regard? Like you are gonna, yeah, like you're gonna keep working on the white thing. Yeah. I agree. Other than that, I think it looks almost done. Honestly, obviously, you got to put the eyes in. Yeah, I think it looks great. You painted the ring, so I mean that means you're getting close to done. Well done. I love it. Everyone in the chat, give him a clap. Yay! Yeah, that's really good. And again, I just love how simple the NMM gold is. As a simple man, I approve. Ugh. Yeah. I figured obviously the base isn't done, but yeah, I think it looks great so far. Are you just gonna have her like running around the woods? In the woods. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit more of that Baylor brown and we're gonna savage up the skulls just a little bit, just with a little bit of like a dry brush, just to kind of give it like a dusted effect, because it's been sitting in the sand, in the sand. All right, let me go get the baggage. Oh, that's right. I haven't actually shown you guys the finished baggage guy. So here's Terry. Say hi, Terry. Yay! I think he came out great. Yeah, maybe some grass. No idea. Actually, it's supposed to be post-apocalyptic fuel in Japan. So I do think we can. Yeah, I would just do grass. Yeah, that way it kind of covers everything. But this is what we're kind of gonna. This is what we're going for with the base. Terry didn't have any skulls because Terry's not a scary guy. He doesn't carry around skulls. That's ridiculous. So the upper parts of this, I'm trying to remember what paint. I'm pretty sure this is a bleached bone. I think it's a bleached bone effect on the base. Yeah, Terry. I think Terry looks really good. Terry came out well. Very, very happy with him. I think when I hit the varnish with him, a lot of my unhappiness with the metal really resolved itself. Like the sheen went down a little bit, which I think really helped. I was a little worried that the metal looked flat, but once it was less shiny, it really started to have more contrast. So that's what we're going for. So I'm gonna try bleach bone. I'm pretty sure I highlighted it with bleach bone. Yeah, that looks right. So I'm gonna try and leave the little thing that I'm gonna paint as a puddle. Oh no! I got some paint on Artemis's ear. Oh no! Let's see if we can scratch some of that off. If you're quick and you get it wet before it really sets, you can get a lot of it off. You just gotta be careful with the friction you do, because if you do too much, you'll start rubbing off the paint underneath it. That looks okay. So I usually don't try and weather with the top color. I could see an argument being made for whatever color you use for weathering on whatever standing should probably be whatever like the color of the dust is. I want to say that the bleach bone color might be a little too strong. But that is definitely going to be up to the painter. You look forward to seeing Terry on the table? I do too. The more I look at his profile, I'm like, I just don't know when I'm gonna use this. Like, he's really useful. Like, I want to say he works really well for Jezda because you can make new tokens with his luggage throw, which I think he can make more lamps because that's a marker technically, since it's a terrain marker. So he can just reach into his bag and then throw a lamp. Nail you in the head with it. And then force you to have to deal with shooting through concealment. I think that's how that works. I'm like at that point in the game where I'm like, I think that's how that works. I thought I was gonna like him with Cooper, but me and Wilmar, even when we were playing, I realized that Cooper isn't like trying to preciously hold on to each of his moves, his move actions. Because I was thinking he was going to be more dependent on the models in his crew. But Lord Cooper's kind of just a one-man machine. As long as you can somehow get him a focus out of his activation, so which I think Uller can do with his on the hunt thing. I just don't think you need somebody to like move him around, but I'm still trying to figure that out. I definitely think he's useful with him, and I will try it because he can give him shielded, which is never a bad thing. I think let me check. I think he also gives him a focus. Hold on, sorry, business text. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, that's right. I was going to look up what Terry does. Yeah, non-scheme marker. But do terrain markers are they technically markered? Because I know that there are such things as terrain markers, but do the lamps count? I don't know because I'm just trying to figure out like what counts as what a lot of times every time we play. All right, where's Terry's card? Bellhop, here it is. Okay, so we can't give out focus. But throw junk. Once per turn, enemy only. Choose a non-scheme marker in play. Drop another of the chosen marker in base contact with the target. So I think if you're playing a Majesda, as long as there's a lamp on the field, which there should always be one because the lamplighters put it out on deployment, you should be able to throw, do damage, and drop a lamp token in base contact. What's going on, 82nd Legion? What's going on, boy? We're just talking Malifaux rules and the finer eccentricities of such things. All right, and then I'm going to use a little just pure white on the dry brush to give certain parts of the sand just a bit of a different look. And it should look something like that. And you might look at it now and you might start thinking like you're just like, it doesn't really look like much. But when you start putting the grass on there and the ring gets painted, you're going to be like, oh, got it. Because right now it's having a lot of trouble making a bound. There's no boundary to it because the base itself is not doing its job because it's not painted yet. Thanks, Homer. Like I said, I was looking through the rulebook while I was on the flight, and I was like, I think that's how this works. Because there's definitely such thing as terrain markers. The thing that I'm not sure of is if the lamplighter one counts as a marker. Because I don't think it says marker, but I don't know how that works. Oh, no, it does. It does say markers. Create 2 height 4 concealing lamp markers. So yeah, I think Terry can yeet yeet a lamp in somebody's face. Yeah! Pocket lamp! Yeah, I just looked at it. Yeah. You probably said that before I fully embellished. Yeah, but it definitely says marker. That's kind of interesting. reaches into his bag, pulls out, pulls out like a 6-foot lamp. Just yeets it like a football. That's funny. So if you do that to like a ranged model, you plop that right in front of them, and you're gonna force them to move, or they're shooting through concealment. Not bad. I don't think it's too bad. Okay, is there anything I'm missing here? I feel like I'm missing something. I think everything's done, other than the grass and stuff. Reading into it, Porter gets hired and most crews regular. Does it really? Okay. He seems super good. Terry's great. And I mean, his name's Terry. That's a great name. Okay, so put the paint palette away. We did it, guys. We finished 2 models today. That's crazy. Wow. All right, so we're gonna go to my basing drawer, and we're gonna start. I'm just pull them all out because I got a lot of stuff in here. Jeez. Yeah, I got a lot of flowers and stuff in here. That's not something I'm really going to want to use for Badlands. There's some dark ones that might work out. So I'm kind of going for like a dry desert thing. This doesn't really make sense. Although I really love their like alien colored tufts. Those are really good for like MCP. These might not be too bad. They're for winter, but they might work. These are obviously really good because they're like that brownish color. I think a couple dark ones are probably fine. Yeah, that one will blend right in. And then the flowers, I keep those for things that are running through like the woods or like forest spaces and yada yada. Which I suspect I will be using a lot of for Warcrow. I think I have enough of these that I don't want to use the winter ones. I'll probably keep those for like World War II stuff because I'm painting, believe it or not, winter Germans. Shocking, I know. Oh, one other thing I should say. Just be mindful of the difference between drop and create. I will, actually. That's a good point. Anyway, I'm going to take some Typhus Corrosion, which is one of their technical paints. I'm pretty sure they still make this. If not, they should, because it's great. I'm going to mix it. It's going to get corrupted with that white that was in my brush. And what I'm going to do for this water spot, so I'm going to turn this into a little bit of a water. There's a snake in the water hole. I'm going to make it look dirty because I want the mud to look mucky. And we're just going to really coat it. Just to kind of give it a muddy texture because the gloss varnish we put on top of it is going to reflect whatever color is in there. And really quickly, while this is still wet.
And his name is John C.
Oh my god. You guys should make a compilation of the times I jump. My brain got cooked. Okay, so I'm gonna use a little bit of this like electric blue boogaloo. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit on the brush. We're really not gonna be using a lot of this. This is a very, very powerful blue. Then I'm gonna put it up here. Get it out of my way. Keep the desk clear. Wipe off most of it. And since this is still wet, I'm gonna take this blue and I'm gonna dab it in there because when people see blue, they think water. And then you get a bit of like a muddy water looking effect. Because you got to remember, when we put the gloss varnish on this, or the water effect or whatever you want to use, it's going to refract the light and it's going to look way deeper than what you actually do. 80-second Legion, what are you doing, buddy? You painting? Painting's for nerds. I'm going to get a little bit more because I just want to make that a little bit more. Let's go! See, that one doesn't scare me as much because it has a little bit of like a quieter period before it blasts my eardrums. Fine, I guess I'm going to use a lot of blue because it doesn't want to do what I want to do. Gosh darn it. Redone. Redone electrics in my AA. Oh, speed bump. Jeez, okay. Busy day, huh? Okay, there we go. That's kind of what I'm after. And just to keep it a little more on the balanced side, we're going to take some of the muck and we're going to mix it in with that blue just to kind of make it look like mud. Mud. And there you go. That's how you make like a muddy water. And you got to remember when you put the gloss varnish on this, lights and sound. Yeah, sounds like a busy day. It will look a lot deeper. It'll make more sense when we get to it. You won't see that tonight because I got to varnish these before I can do any water effect or anything. And that usually, I let that dry overnight. But, yeah. So far, I think they look great. Terry has, who's the real hunting master, will have his 2 loyal hounds as he hunts down Wilmar and chews on his butt. So I just like to switch it up because grass is something that does not grow perfectly even, that is for sure. So there you go. Even just with 2 of those, it just really stands out. Tufts really add a lot because they just help the base figure out whatever it's doing. I'm actually going to dip into... I have some of Jesse's stuff. I'm going to dip into some of his stuff. He sent me like tons of stuff for all his painting projects. And he has one in here where it's like little tiny. Hi, Kara. Good night, Kara. Everybody say good night to Kara. Or don't. I'm not your dad, but she's nice.
Don't forget to load the podcast.
Hey, Wilmar, don't forget to load up the podcast.
Good night, Kara.
You got to text the speech. Somebody saying good night.
What?
You got to text the speech of somebody saying good night. It was Rylan. And also Wilmar.
Aww. You're so sweet. Thanks, guys.
On it, boss. Uploading the podcast, boss. Kara, when you wake up, there's going to be 2 fully finished models.
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't. I'm sorry. There's so many days in my life where I wake up and there's 2 or more models finished. Like, it's not special.
Oh my gosh. Kara is jaded to waking up to finish models. What have I done with my life? I've ruined it for her. You know what? I don't think I've ever gone to bed and woken up with more painted models in my house. I don't think it's ever happened.
That's not ever going to happen. But you know what you have done? Gone to bed and woken up with more food in the house.
It's true.
Something cooked in the house. coffee in the house.
That's true.
A clean toilet. Your dog's fed. Your dog's walked. So many things happen in your house when you're sleeping.
Are you okay?
Good night, babe.
Are you okay? Are you mad at me? Good night. Stop finishing models. You're making me look bad. Is there a way to pull up this playlist? There was one back there that I really liked. Oh, I guess you can't. Okay, I guess you can't go back. Interesting. Alright. We're going to paint the base rim. If you're getting a punch to... That's true, I guess. I guess that's true. I didn't think of it like that. I'm trying my best to not buy models. Jesus Christ. Like when I was at Dogfinity, I didn't buy any models. Like these days, what I buy most of the time is like game aids. I really love game aids. So like measuring sticks and stuff, I'm a sucker. So like every single time Jay makes a new one from Arsenal, if it's something I'm even remotely interested in, I just buy it. Because I think there's a little bit of FOMO. But I just love those measuring sticks. They just make life so much easier. For like every game. Like it's great for Infinity, which is what it's made for. It's great for stuff like Malifaux. It's great for games where 90% of the measurements you make are all under 8 inches. And then if somebody's like, oh yeah, I'm going to shoot this machine gun 42 inches, you just pull out the tape measure. And, you know, that's fine, because you're going to need a tape measure for that kind of distance anyway. But I noticed that using a tape measure when you're, like, trying to move a model, like, between 2 buildings or something, it's just a colossal pain in the butt. So I find that those measuring sticks are just super useful. And I really enjoy the art, specifically on the Arsenal ones. And there you go. There's Artemis. Looks good to me. And I will take you guys on a magic trip to my Pile of Potential website as soon as these guys are done. It is not up to... I need to get... Yeah, I think is I have a couple extras. I might be able to help you out. I bought 2 of them while I was down south. One of them is a sexy Cornic, and the other one was the Dogfinity logo, because it was at the Dogfinity event, which is this art right here, where it's the dog and the gamma. This art, which I absolutely adore. They had art prints of it that I really wanted to win in the raffle. I did not win it, but I did put in $100 for the raffle, and I think I got more than $100 back. So I think it was a big win. I also need to make an order from Arsenal. Anyways, what are you trying to get from Arsenal? Model? Is it model related? Because I clearly need more money for a game I've played one. Again, I might have an extra couple moderators you could just have. Like there's one literally right here. Yeah, bam. There's a moderator right there. And I don't think I need to, for completion's sake, I don't think I need to have all of them. I don't know. Should have put in. You're right. Well, the art print was in the $5 category, so you had to specifically buy $5 tickets. So it would have had to have been 105, technically speaking. My cup runneth over with moderator. I can even give you a prowler. I have extra prowlers and stuff. Yeah. I got downsize. I got a lot of stuff. You know, over here, I just reach over here. I got Sabretooth. You know, whatever. Sure. Just hanging out on my desk. There's a Sinestro. I have a Green Lantern. Hal Jordan. Got one of those over there. I have some Guild Ball terrain, which I think I just need to paint for like a variety of games. Paint who? I have thousands of things. You want me to paint Hal? Hal or Sinestro? I mean, I could. That's the thing, though. It's like there's games I play. It gets hard. I don't know. It just gets hard to find time to do that kind of stuff. Hey, Thad, we've played twice. No, technically no, because these is DC Miniatures game. We've never played that. I bought this for a painting contest that I didn't even paint it for. So there you go. Sixten would be good. Nice yellow model. Oh, you mean Sinestro? I think that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, I agree. He's like yellow and black, right? And I have all of the Red Lantern Corps, which I've only painted Atrocitus, so I have all the other members of it. So I got Dexter and Red Lantern, Supergirl and Guy Gardner and stuff. Which I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll pull those out one day. That's the thing. Like I don't need to buy more models. Like I got 1,000 things I could paint. I got Dart. If you want some Dart action, you know, sure, whatever. I don't think I have a single army that uses Dart, so I could probably just get rid of this. I was using it for an initiate, but that model actually came out. I don't know. My life's a mess. Okay, so these dried. So these guys are done. Unless somebody can think of something that I might need to do on them. I think they look really good. Who does she go with? Oh, Dart. Oh, she goes with she's technically I think an Aleph model. I think she's an Acon Cementio. I think she's an NCA. I know she's like in Pano and Aleph. I know that. I think that's it. I can't think of anybody else that has Dart. Yeah, I think those are the only two. But there we go. Artemis and Olar. They're done. Okay, Automod. Do they have B-holes? Oh, yeah. Well, this one I don't need to paint one. He's protecting his. No, not happening. Not doing it. A little. You know what? That's okay. You know what? I could compromise. I'm a man. I'm a man of the people. Should I put Rylan? Should I paint the butthole, but it has Rylan?
Do it.
Jeez. I'm so glad I did not have paint on that brush. And show you how to play Infinity. It's not a very good X, but it is an X. Now everyone will know that Artemis can poop. There you go. It's got the B-hole. I have a ton of locals that can teach me, but that's that's less fun. Truth. Why do you need me? I didn't do anything. I don't even know how to play Infinity. I've literally never played it before. It's the 10-second delay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the delay on your guys' end is killer. Do they have B-holes? Our timing with these is terrible. I agree. Coming to NashCon, HPP Will is local, but I told him he can show me how to play Judgment at NashCon. Well, yeah, there you go. Bro, you already got other people trying to show you other games. What do you want me to come down for? I'll give you a demo, and then I'll get like a half-butted, but 3 days? You want me to fly all the way down there just to fill 1 day? Bro, I ain't got that kind of money. Alright, so we're going to pivot. And I want to finish Lando because I want to get him out of my house. If I finish him, I can ship a lot of this stuff out tomorrow. So we're going to paint his... we'll probably paint until midnight because I don't have to be anywhere tomorrow morning. I'll buy you a beer. I don't drink beer. Oh, actually, I forgot one of the most important parts here. Here, let me show you. Let me show you the best way to celebrate a victory, a hard-won victory. There we go. Here we are. This is the old pile of potential. So you guys, I could actually give you guys this link, which will show you the. Okay, going to take my night meds and head to bed. I do have some to review. Well, you know what, Ryan? It was really cool that you hung out with us as much as. Oh, Arachne money. Yeah, how about none? It was really cool that you could hang out with us as much as you did. If you want to celebrate the one last part of this, so these are all the different games the games I play. These are not completely up to date. Like I haven't put all the models in for this. The U.S. Ariana one is completely up to date. The 012 one, not super up to date. Let's just put it that way. So don't necessarily trust them. Some of them are correct. Some of them are not. Like the Temple of Rokon one is accurate, and the Silver Moon one is accurate. Those I know for sure. As you can tell, those numbers are very low. And yeah, let's just say I still don't need any new models. So, Explorer Society. As I've built them, I've tried to put them in here. I have not put all of the Cadmus stuff in here, or there's just a lot of stuff that's not in here. Okay, so let's just leave it there. So that I did build Model 9. Artemis and Uller are fully painted. Oh, I hit the wrong button because I'm stupid. I fully painted Artemis and Uller. The Runaways are primed. Lord Cooper's primed. And everything on there is correct. The Surveyors are built. I did build those. Mali Sar. I don't know if that's how you spell that, but that guy's built. And as you can see, like once you really start getting into this, your number just keeps going down and 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 down. Who else is here? Oh, I do have. So I have all of the Apex keyword. I have most of the Apex keyword. Where did it go? This might be something I paint fairly soon because I really think this is good. Oh, you can't see it on the camera. As an Ahul, which is the bat Cadmus model. It's like a giant bat. It's pretty sick. So there's a lot of stuff that is just sitting there, ready to be painted. But I'm not going to keep messing with that because that's boring. But just so you know, this is a really good website for keeping track of your paint jobs. Every single time I get to fill something in with this like green, I get super excited. And I get to see this number go up. So like the legendary Jesse's Shatterpoint, I get asked every day, hey, how's the Shatterpoint thing coming? I am 63% done. Lando's about to be finished, so that'll go up probably to like 65%. And then I still have all this other crap to paint. It just don't end. And I took the terrain off, which is nice. I gotta yeah, honestly, so the range tools, I have all these for him. He wants to have them painted a certain way. Once those are done, actually, I put 7 for that. That could probably not be 7, but that'll shoot that up real fast. So that'll probably be like another 10% right there. But if you are somebody who needs a lesson in properly managing how many models you've bought, this is a great way to do it because it really puts it into perspective. You're just like, oh my god, I own so much stuff. And as you can see, there's a couple of these that are just not filled in. So there you go. Great way to learn some humility. It's all about self-improvement. Anyway, now that everybody's depressed. Alright, I gotta pull up. Alright, I gotta pull up my reference photos for Lando. Do you guys hear music? I just got told that there's no music. I'm being told, is there no music? Oh, there is no music. Oh, really? Oh, crap. Okay. I turned it up. Do you guys hear that? And I'm told that my mic sounds weird. Oh, jeez. I'm surprised you guys didn't say anything. Oh my goodness! Can I turn down the sound alerts? Oh my gosh! I think I just found. I just think. Oh my gosh! Yes, thank you. I think I can turn it down. Oh please! I'm gonna put that down to 50%. God. Didn't help. Oh gosh. Maybe it's the alert box? Maybe that's what it is. Oh, this is just everything in general. Oh, look at that. I'm learning. I'm a fantastic streamer. Okay, so I turned the music up and I turned my mic down. Does that sound better? I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. I need to just have a thing hold my earphones like 2 feet from my ears so that it doesn't blow my ears out. Anyway, I'm sorry. I turned up the music. Do you guys hear it now? guess I could turn up desktop audio with Ted. Hard to describe. It's like your mic is doubling. Okay, so what if I just turn off the music? Jeez! Being a streamer. Tough stuff. Okay, what do I mean if I turn that down? Okay, I'm turning down my mic a lot. How's that? How does that sound on your guys' end? You still sound like you're on... Okay, so it... Okay, alright, you're not... Yeah, a couple people are saying that. 2 microphones are on. I don't think I had... yeah, that's my mic. I don't think there is another mic. I don't know. Yeah, let me listen to my own voice. Okay, it does sound better now this time. Yeah, let me listen to my own voice. Oh, yeah, you're right. I can hear that. What the heck is that? Okay, it does sound better now this time. Yeah, let me listen to my own voice. Oh, yeah, you're right. I can hear that. What the heck is that? Okay, it does sound better now this time. Yeah, let me listen to my own voice. Oh, yeah, you're right. I can hear that. Was it doing that before? It may have to do with how high your mic setting was. Oh, yeah, you're right. Was it doing that before? It may have to do with how high your mic setting was. Oh, yeah, you're right. Was it doing that before? It may have to do with how high your mic setting was. Jeez, I'm sorry you guys had to deal with that. Heck, I wish I had known. Oh, wait a minute. There's 2. Oh. Okay, I bet that fixed it. Yeah, there's 2 mic. Who put another mic on here? Who put another microphone on the thing? Why were there 2 mics? Why are there 2 mics in the mixer? I'm sitting here looking at it. One says Mike, and then the other one says Dylan's mic, and I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, I turned the music off. Okay, just for the record, I did turn the music off. Okay, so can you hear the music now? Yeah, thank you 36 viewers who've come on to view Dylan being a dummy. No, it wasn't the actually, let me check. That's the thing. Like I look in the sources and there's not even another mic in there. So it must be the one on the no, it just is picking this mic up twice. That's weird. Can I just hide that? Yeah, there we go. What the hell is that? Okay, cool. Everything's fixed. Thank you. Yeah, Jesse's listening. He's being a creeper. I'm sorry, a lurker. He's being a lurker. He's also a creeper. But, thanks for bringing that back to my attention. No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Heck, I had no idea. As a reward, I'll paint your model. Okay, so we're going to paint the pantalones. That is, I believe, Swahili for pants. Alright, so it's going to be that, like, that classic, like, burlap color. That, like, Jedi, burlappy, khaki color. So I'm going to paint Scrag Brown. And then after I paint this, I send a box to Jesse. And my house gets a little bit lighter. It will be glorious. If I can finish them tonight, I might be able to send them tomorrow. If I don't send them, I will definitely finish him tomorrow on the stream. So if he doesn't get finished tonight, I will finish him tomorrow, and it will probably all get shipped on Tuesday. But I don't really have any reason to really stop painting tonight. I do have to go to my new clinic tomorrow. Let me double check, make sure that's still happening. Okay. Yeah. I think tomorrow is happening. So. Hi, Jesse. Yeah. I think probably like midnight. What time is it now? Yeah, like another. We got like another hour, something like that. I don't think I'll finish them, but I will definitely finish Lando tomorrow. And I might even, if anything, I might even just finish them not on the stream tomorrow. And maybe we'll build models. I don't know. We'll see what they're doing because I have a lot of. So I've been spending some time trying to build the Ewoks. It's a process. Let me just put it that way. And I'm gonna try and have each one look different. So the first one will be the studio build, and then the other one I'm gonna try and like put them in different positions just to kind of switch it up a little bit. Because otherwise I think it's very boring. I still gotta build the Inquisitors. I think that's it. Oh, you know what I might do? I might do the range rulers tomorrow. If I don't finish Lando, I'll do the range rulers and see if we can just finish them and yeah, just put all that stuff in a box. Yeah, that's a great idea. There's definitely an Infinity event this weekend, but you know what? If I don't finish one more model, I try and finish like one model, an event, just so I constantly have like a sense of momentum. But that could be good. I might have I could still paint during the week. I like how you guys are listening to my inner my inner monologue of how I do things. It's part of the deep lore. Oh, and you're here now, Jesse, so I can kind of show you what I was saying earlier. So here's his face mask. Like, you just straight up cannot see his face. Like, you can see a little bit from the sides. I'll highlight it just a little bit. I don't know if painting the eyes is worth it. Not even from like a messy standpoint, but what'll happen? It's a very good disguise. Yeah, you're not wrong. Because what will happen? I need something I can point with. Is if this is painted in shadow, what's underneath his mask? If I were to paint his eyes, they would stand out. He would look like he's on spice. He's gonna look like he's flipping out. I'm gonna do his skin tone. Maybe I'll put like some of the bleach bone in there to like see if it is even worth trying to do. Because the issue is with eyes is that you can't shade them. So because the face is in pitch black, the skin will be like maybe slight. It's probably gonna be like somewhere between these two. Maybe. I'd have to look at another picture of Lando. He may not be. He's not quite this shade of red, but if that is there, and then all of a sudden you have like this as the eyeball, it's gonna be like this. It's gonna look like a friggin' spotlight coming out of it. I can try it. I'll take a look at it, see if it's good. But I legitimately don't think it's gonna look like he's like a normal human. And I think the only reason is because of the fact that the face mask blocks it. I don't know. We'll see. I've never painted a model quite like this, where he has like a face mask, but it's also open. I don't think in the long years of me doing this, I've ever painted a model that does that. So we'll see. I can do it, and if I'm not doing it on the stream, I'll send you a picture of it to see how it looks. But what I suspect I'll do tonight, before I go to bed, as long as I don't faff around too much, is paint the pants, and I'll paint his skin. It's helpful that you're here for that. Thanks again to everybody that's here. As always, you guys are helping make the stream worth it. Just because you're hanging out. Hanging out's very fun. I did a lot of hobby hangouts in my in Discord channels and stuff where nobody would show up. So I really appreciate that you guys are coming to chill with me. And obviously a lot of the people that do hang out with me are people that I know and I love them. And it is a very rewarding experience. And I can talk rudely about Wilmar, and then he can blast my ear holes open with a screaming Colossus meme. If I ever go fully solo and I start my own channel, 100% I will be putting the Bison saying yes meme in. And every single time we do something, that is the meme that we will use to celebrate.
Wow.
What does it look like on your guys' end every time you do that? I just like jump. I hope you guys get just a little giggle. And don't forget, guys, if you want to help me out specifically, doing your subs here while I'm here, and subscribing to the Digital Nomad tier of the Patreon is very helpful. It helps me afford paint, quite honestly. I was going to ask, now that you, I got a tiny, I bet you do. I was going to ask, now that you are changing your Shatterpoint bases to make them have more variety by adding the random bits of dirt and dirt shakes in the metal parts, say blah, blah, blah. What step of the basing process is that, and how do you do it? Paint the metal part fully, and then what is the next step? It's gonna blow your mind, but I paint the metal, I paint the black, and then I literally just take the desert yellow, and I just dab it on there. That's it. I do it before the varnish, because it's not something that should be shiny or anything. Actually, since you're here, I might as well ask, because I wasn't sure what to do on this one. I guess I could just show you, right? Alright, so for the droids roaming around on Endor, right, you know, the basing that's easy, but when it comes to Bar 2, I wasn't sure what you wanted for the base, because he's supposed to be just kind of doing whatever. So I just mucked up his base a little bit with some like gunk, because he's not rolling around in the desert, so I didn't know if you wanted me to do that. I didn't put like desert stuff on his base, so I just gunked it. And I wasn't sure if you wanted me to put a grass tuft in random spots. I'm going to try it on... Yeah. Yeah, that's legitimately all it is. So I just take some desert yellow. I won't do it on this, but well, unless you want me to do it on R2's base. But again, I wasn't sure because he doesn't have desert on his base, because I wasn't thinking he would be rolling around in the desert, but you know, whatever. So I take just like some junk brush. I take this. not a lot, because it's pretty powerful stuff. Wipe off a lot of it, and then I just kind of put it in there. Maybe I'll add like a little water. Just give it like just a little puddle kind of thing. It literally is exactly what it sounds like. There's no trick on that one. I might have done it with my silicone brush. This thing. Just because I was making it messy, but R2 could have some desert yellow too, like the 212, and yeah, everyone has some of the desert dry tuft and some of the green. Okay, so you want me to put some of those on there? Okay, I'll do that now then. Okay, so I'll show you how it works right now. Look at that booger. Hey guys, look at the booger we did. So I take the silicone brush, and okay, well, I'm gonna do literally what I just said 15 seconds ago. So just kind of get some on the brush, wipe it off. The silicone brush has no bristles. It has no branches. I give it just a itty bitty tiny bit of water. Obviously this brush doesn't really hold water that well because of whatever. And then I just kind of poke it. And you'll get just like random shapes. So just kind of just to gunk it up a little bit. And then do it to taste. Since it's kind of deserty sand, I think to myself it probably would get caught in grills and stuff a lot. And if you even want to just kind of weather it a little bit, you could wait till there's not a lot left on the brush, and then you can really just kind of jam it in places. And you'll get different looks. So now it kind of looks like it is in the filtrate, or whatever the hell that is, the filtration, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so tracking down a brush well, you don't even need to use this brush. You can use anything. I just like this one because I can't ruin it when I'm stabbing stuff with it. You just get like just a piece of crap brush. Yeah, don't get something like this. Was way too expensive. I got it in a bundle thing, and I've ruined it. But it literally can't go bad, and because it literally can't splay. So like you can even just use just like a regular brush. Like you can use a Walmart brush. Wipe off some of it, and then just kind of just dip and dab. I just do it to save on brushes. So there you go. See, what's the difference between those two? Nothing. So you can use any brush for it. And this is just like obviously a fancy, potentially $30 GW brush that went bad after I used it like twice. My mom sent me a pack of like Chinese brushes. I don't even know what they're called, but I guess they're called Bovulo, and you could just buy some of these. They're fine. We can anything with just any kind of brush. I would use the cheapest one, like a Walmart brush is fine. You know, whatever. I use those for contrast because they ruin the brush. Okay, so then you want some of your tufts. And you like more browns than greens, but I think I'll probably just put one of each on this one. Because it has no Link. The family has no branches. All right, these are the two colors, right? Like that darker green and the brown red one. I could check, but I don't want to get up. Actually, did I do this to the 212? There's just so much to remember. Oh, I guess I didn't even realize I didn't even put it on these. Hold on one sec. Okay. Correct. I typically make sure one of the dry with some black in it. I typically make sure one of the dry green dark crimson black ends up on every base. But yeah, favor browns. Yeah. Okay, I was right. I was right with that. I guess I forgot to do it to these guys. Okay, good thing I checked. With everything going on, it's like Jesus Christ. Linku. Now don't get mad, but I invite Dark Link. Okay, there we go. That's saved. It has no branches. Yeah, sorry, I keep quoting Flash Gets. It lives rent-free in my brain. I love it so much. Wilmar knows what I'm talking about. Because if I remember right, you said that there's like a 2-to-1 brown to the greens. I am cursed with this knowledge. Hey man, there's just a perpetual cycle of Links and Zeldas, man, you know? Their family tree. It has no branches. Zelda is a very pretty. You did it, Link! I did? I'll never be a hero. That's okay, Link. Some people just don't got what it takes. God. Okay, there we go. Crisis averted. Does everybody feel more secure in themselves? And the things that they're attracted to? It's the right month for that. So make sure you got it down. Like I know what Jesse likes, that's for sure. He likes well painted models. Don't forget, guys, by the way, if you're interested in learning how I paint, I still do blog posts. I haven't written a painting one in a while. Hopefully tomorrow, actually, maybe. I gotta finish a non-metal gold metal thing. But if you want to learn how to paint stuff like this, the green, there is a blog article for it. Going to read those things really does tell Tim that when I write them, it's worth it. So go check it out. if you put, I think if you put in, let me just do it right now. Yeah, there we go. So if you go to the blog, if you do !blog, you can find all the articles I wrote, as well as some RPG book, like RPG book reviews and stuff that Dan did. And there's some army list construction ones. Those have kind of slowed down now that Shatterpoint came out. And everybody, quite frankly, everybody got busy. We're still trying to make stuff, but you know, there's just a lot to do. I am still doing the Night City campaign articles. We just finished a game before I left. All the notes and pictures are taken. I just gotta write it. One of the issues of me working, and but from me not working, is I have to type at home all the articles, and I hate this keyboard because it's not very good for me typing out long articles. So when I'm trying to actually write an article, oh my god, does it take a long time. I played against a great R2 and Lando player this weekend, a Luke Han all rebel list. Oh, that's sweet. Did he have the new ones? The What a Rescue or whatever that box is called? Because those are out now. I think I've seen them in stores. So like an entire rebel list is possible now. Are there enough rebel humans that you can use in the support slots, right? Because the Han and Chewie box is out. Has that one come out yet? Because that one actually has rebel the Endor forest troops, I think. Han and Chewie are support units in the... Okay, they are supports, okay. Yeah, the new Han and Chewie Endor models, the rescue comes out next month. I might have seen that box before it was supposed to come out. I'm pretty sure I've seen that thing on the shelf. Comes out, are you sure? I played against Primary Andor. Okay, so the Han is out. Might have to tell somebody they might want to take something off the shelf. I'm talking about the one where it's Han and Leia, Luke, and they're all in like stormtrooper armor. I am literally 100% sure I have seen that on a shelf. This is some rescue. Yeah, that's not supposed. Okay. Well. Well, out of all the people I know that would know when certain things come out, I think you're probably top of the list. I might have to get into... I don't want to get in touch with him just so he doesn't get in trouble. Pretty sure I've seen that on a shelf. The Rebels crew from the Rebels show. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And they're all Rebels, I imagine, right? Are they Rebel Alliance? Because I haven't seen the show. I don't know if they joined the Rebel Alliance. even though the show itself is called Rebels.
I'm not looking for someone to dry all my tears. No, I'm not looking for.
So tomorrow, we'll range on what we paint. So we're either gonna finish Lando. We'll paint the rangefinders, and if I somehow finish all that stuff before or during the stream, we'll slam out Lord Cooper. So the paint order got a little bent there, but the Malosaurus Rex. Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't get that quite to work, but those gaps are driving me nuts. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is sick. Look at this thing. It's like a cartoon character. Proportions are crazy. Crazy. Yeah, all Rebel Alliance, they are some of the first organized rebels in the town. Oh, okay. Oh, well, there you go. The rebels. So I'm like, yeah, the the dino is really cool, isn't it? It's wild. Like it grabs people with the tongues and stuff. It's pretty wild model. This will be an almost completely airbrushed model, I think. That'll be a fun little experiment to do. Unfortunately, I don't think it's very good in the game. I think we got to give it another pass just to make sure. But he didn't do enough in his game where I feel like he's a lot of points and he has to do a lot of stuff to make up those points. And I feel like his bad defensive stats let him down a little bit. I think he's depending on Terrifying keeping him alive. But Terrifying's easy to manipulate if you get a good hand. So, don't know. And then when I get Warcrow and I get full permission from CB to paint that stuff, that might dominate the channel for a bit, because I'm gonna fully finish that box. Everything else is going to the side on that, just because I have some obligations to CB. Okay. Just because I think it's more important for me to do it first, I'm going to do the skin now. So what I'm going to do, African American skin is one of those things where it took me a lot of tries to get it right. Let me take a look at Lando, just make sure. Where the heck did I put it? There it is. Yeah, he's definitely not like super dark. Actually, this is actually pretty close. Sweet. Actually, that's perfect. All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit more of this. This color just gets I use so much of this friggin' paint. All right, get a tiny bit of this brown. Alright, so we're going to use just a tiny bit of that, mostly Scrag Brown, because he's still in shadow. Well, yeah, for sure, Wilmar, 100%. Like, he might be just like a really good bully. I'm definitely not blaming him. I just think that I can definitely see how his high cost could get him in trouble. Okay, so the key here is I want to make sure that I paint his skin before I start painting the helmet, because if not, I will 100% mess up the helmet. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting those eyes. I can barely get a brush in there. This outfit does not have gloves, so his hands are open skin. And then his shirt is like a dark, it's like an emerald. And then the armor is like it's like a jade, like a really beaten up bronzy jade color. And then make sure you get the back of his neck and all that stuff. And then I believe all of his straps and stuff are all black. From what I can see. Ow! Yeah, all the straps and stuff are like black. Also, for the record, Wilmar, how do you know that the Tyrannosaurus Rex is a female? I'm sorry, a male. What if it's a female? I bet you didn't think of that. Because you're selfish. It's Dino Appreciation Month and everything, and you... you let him down, buddy. That is on you. Yeah, do you see, like, I can barely get a brush to his nose. So there's definitely not a whole lot to do inside the mask. Who is in the suit? Alright, I'm not gonna go any higher on the face. So I'm gonna see if I can get an eyeball in there. I know what you guys are thinking. Dylan's lost his mind this time. Why does he keep painting for Jesse? I know you're asking that, and I'll tell you why. I don't know why. For the glory, I guess, of being compared to John Ho all the time, even though John Ho wins like some of the world's biggest painting contests, and I can't even get a single vote on my own the painting contest I was doing because nobody liked any of the paint jobs I did. That must be why. Okay, I'll try. I think I might be able to get an eyeball in there. You know, I don't think about it at all or anything. Anyway, unrelated. I'm gonna take some more of this brown. Mix it in with the previous color. Did you guys record the what? Did you guys record the Painting Gallery with No Name episode yet, Jesse? Not yet, waiting on the return of the king. You talking about me? Well, you gotta tell me when. I'm not just gonna waltz through the front door. Hail to the king. Oh, sexy mama. I hate aliens. Balls of steel. You won best painted out of depth. But that's the thing. Like, it wasn't even all me though. Some of it was Dennis, as you guys were quick to point out. I have the trophy. I mean, that's true. I also have I have the trophy for best Cabal player in the MCP affiliation event, which I didn't even play in. So take that as what you will. Same as me too, but 70 was you. Well, sure, whatever. Didn't you also release it on Ironwolf? No. I did not. There was no painting award at Ironwolf. I won. My MCP has never won a best painted until that last Midgard event, which I finally got it, which I think was part of a meme. So I won't just sit and neg myself, but it was a joke. Like, Marcus Aurelius says that we should do things without the need for the third thing. Like, I don't need to be told that I'm good. Like, I finally reached the point where I am. That music is really loud. But it, what was I gonna say? But I've never really had a... yeah, let me tell you, the Vader I painted for Jesse is probably one of the best things I've ever painted. That thing's insane. That thing is, like, really good. Yeah, that model's straight up fire. They also say, paired with liking the base. Yeah, right. Like I said, I want it. I get it, but... Okay, I think I got eyes in there. I'm not gonna question it. I see an eyeball. He's looking to the left. I think I got the other one to do the same thing. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna let that dog lie. They also, yeah, and I agree. I think that the Vader and the Maul are two very exceptionally well painted models by me. But every time I've done something for the Worthy, I don't even podium. Like, I don't even get bronze. And I'm like, I put a lot of work into that. I keep putting a lot of work into these things. And it's like, I don't think I should get it just based on the fact that, you know, like, people know who I am or whatever. Like, I should get it, you know, because I earn it, but there's a certain point where I'm just like, I just don't want to put in that much work on something that I can't use. I can use that Emma I did as a Mr. Sinister, because it's on the right size base and it has the cape and everything, and you can definitely use it. But the problem is like, Mr. Sinister's not good unless you're playing Cabal. essentially. And even when I was listening to the Furious Finest episode about it, I was like, I think he's not bad, but I do think he's falling behind in the current power creep of the game. Which brings me to my next topic, Namor. That's how I got best Cabal. That was the. I got the best for like a year later. I just took the prestige I should have earned from it, put that in a little like a high yield savings account, and it showed up a year later. Anyway, Wilmar, should we talk about Namor?
Let's go.
Alright, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the card, okay? Let's start. Let's just start with that health pool. This is a 5-threat character. This is a 5-threat character. This character is going to be, I'm just saying, I'm just saying that this model is going to be splashed in every friggin' roster. This man is insane. How poorly balanced he is. Listen, it's fine. It's 11:59, Wilmar. All right, you want me to wait a minute? I will. You're right. Okay, sorry. Sorry, guys. I got distracted. All right, we got one more minute before I have permission to rant. It's not even midnight. Let's go. Let's go. Anyway, I stopped even telling you guys what I was doing. I'm just mixing flesh tone in with the with the darker skin tone complexion thing just for the highlights. Because as humans, we all technically eventually skew to a certain color. I don't want to explain what that means. There we go. Boom. Skin's done. Let's go. It's just funny how he keeps coming. I don't actually care. But I will tell you that Namor was a switch in my brain where I was like, yeah, this game is off its friggin' rocker. This character's way too good. Absolutely insane. But I don't have to care anymore, so that's fine. I don't give a shit. Whatever. The viewer number went down. I started talking about Namor. Like, oh, here he goes. Here he goes about Namor. There you go. That's how you do the skin. And if I finish the model and I think it looks like a little not like correct, I can glaze a little bit of the Scrag Brown on it, because the Scrag Brown is almost like a perfect skin tone for the actor, whose name completely escapes me right now. He did the malt liquor advertisements and all that. I can't remember his name. I think his name's Randy Savage. You have spent an almost unhealthy amount of time talking about Namor. Well, it's not unhealthy yet. You said almost. I still got a little time before it's unhealthy. Oh god, it's so funny. The meme is so good. Anyway, what time is it? I'm 2 minutes late. Thanks, Wilmar, you jerk. I'm late to my Namor appreciation club. Look at this friggin' card. All right, Jesse, you're here. You're the Fury finest guy. Explain to me why this character is not gonna be in every single roster, because he's so well balanced. Go. There. See, I'm gonna have somebody else talk about it. Somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. While I paint his model. Make content for me, slave. And if you say a single thing I don't agree with, you're banned. I'm banning everybody in the chat. Everybody's banned. After you know what? Here, I'll go back to painting. I'm gonna give time for Jesse to flee. Does not. Wow, he's not even defending him. The first thing he does is attack his opponent. It's not looking good. Not looking good, Jesse. That's not a good argument tactic. It's not looking good. I gave him an opportunity to present his facts. He insults me. Looks bad. Looks real bad. But, that's kind of what you have to expect from, from MCP players. I get it. It's fine. Where's the parent of this bone? Alright, so we're going to use the bone color to start working up his pants. His pantalones. And I trusted Jesse to be diplomatic about it, and his first natural instinct is aggression. I should have known. I should have saw it coming. The man has no defensive tech whatsoever. This is his weakness. Not entirely true, because if you're playing Web Warriors, which he will be in, and if he's in his own affiliation, his Invaders thing, he'll have a defensive reroll, which is not a lot, admittedly, but he's got 7 health. 7 health. He's probably rolling 4 dice. And if you're playing against me, you will roll crits. You're probably going to roll 3 crits, get 6 defensive successes. Happens all the time. Which means that he's literally unkillable. And doesn't he have a character throw on one of his things? His attack, he can stagger. Yep. His character gains power. Unblockable, by the way. I don't know, man. The fact that he can steal tokens is obnoxious. I think that this character, by himself, makes Amazing Spider-Man completely redundant. I get that ASM has the reroll, the defense reroll. I get that. But ASM can't make people drop tokens. And again, it's only assets. We're early days. He's not even out yet. I just like ranting about it because Wilmar makes me laugh. I really like laughing about it. But the fact that he can do everything he can is kind of insane, in my opinion. But again, my opinion means nothing in regards to like what is actually viable for the game or whatever. All I know is that every single time I step back to the table, I see the same things over and over again, and I'm like, okay, I'm bored. Like when we went to the team MCP event at Adepticon, I was playing with my buddy Saul, and I would see the rosters, and I could pretty much pinpoint exactly when each character was going to activate, what they were going to do. They're like, oh, he's going to play Mystique, he's going to do this thing, we're going to here, and they're going to do Deception, and then we lost, like, I think at the end of turn 2, I think 2 or 3 of our characters were dead, which was very impressive, because of the fact that Deception, along with Chains of Sidorak, pulled one of our characters across the board turn 1, and my opponent was like, "Wow, that's really bad," and he doesn't want to ever play MCP. He doesn't want to play MCP anymore because he was miserable. And I was like, "Yep." Which I get isn't necessarily an issue of the game. It's an issue of playing against people whose sole objective is to make people miserable. Which is fine. Whatever. That is a valid point. I am not sure web players will play him over Amazing Pete. All that said, I will try him. Yeah, he'll be like in every... He'll be in every Hellfire club forever. I mean, my god. Him with a heal and an extra power? Turn 1 Imperious Rex? Like, okay, yeah. Sure. Great. Long move, medium base? Like, okay. Here we go. Let's go! And eventually I told my buddy, it's like if you're playing against somebody, and as soon as you see advanced R&D across the table, there's gonna be some turn 1 shenanigans, and it's gonna make you angry. And lo and behold, it happened twice. And they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna play this to do the thing where we do this thing, and then we pull your character across the board and murder him turn 1. All right." And then they all have mission objectives, so you can't get them to drop objectives. And then when you do manage to get your hands on it, Black Cat steals it back. And I'm like, all right, well, so we left the event early because we were both bored out of our mind. Oh my god. So what? He's gonna be he'll be Shield, right? He'll be probably Wakanda, I would assume. Which that'll be great. What else? He'll be Fantastic Four when they eventually come out. He'll be... I don't think he's an Avenger, right? Is he an Avenger? I don't know if he's an Avenger in the comics. Every time he's in a comic, I'm usually not really paying attention to him. He is a mutant, so I don't know if he's technically an X-Men or anything, right? I'm pretty sure he wasn't. He wasn't an X-Men that I ever remember. Yeah, I know. And it can be either him or World War II Steve, right? It's only that one that can be it, or it can be any Steve. Well, it has to be the one that's not a leader, right? Which is the World War II Steve. Is this the content you crave? Is this the content you crave, Wilmar? Steve Rogers, got it. I'm assuming you meant Steve Rogers. You mean Captain America, comma Steve Rogers? Because Wild Steve is technically Captain America, like Earth's finest or something. I still have MCP Cerebro, for the record. Haven't totally lost interest. First Avenger, that's what he is. Oh, okay, then Steve Rogers, Captain America, that's the other one. Right. Is that really how they did it? I never noticed that, Steve Rogers. Oh god. Mighty Steve is Steve 3 from... Yeah, I know that. All 3 Ego Steve Rogers, right. I meant, what is it? It's Steve Rogers, comma, something. It's First Avenger for Wild Steve. I was thinking of what was actually on the card. Sorry, I was busy looking for the unsubscribe button. Well, was my take not hot enough? I said that he's gonna be insanely good. That's a hot take. What is this logo? Raging Wolf Helm. Is that what you want me to call you in person, well, buddy? You want me to introduce you to people like that? Like, hey, this is Wilmar. He's a raging alcoholic, and by that I mean he's a raging wolf helm. And they'll be like, wow. All the normal people have gone to bed. All the people that are still in this they're all a bunch of weirdos who want to talk about Namor. We got to give the people what they want. And that is hot takes. Because if we're moderate about it, people are going to realize that it's actually not that bad. And we cannot let that happen. We need people to panic. This is my buddy who is tired of me talking about Namor, yet demands payment paid to Namors. And they're like, oh, this is that guy? And I'm like, yeah, that's him. I'm like, oh, wow, nice to meet you. He said so much about you. He said you're a raving alcoholic. Is that true? He only drinks sea water. It brings him closer to the Namor release date.
Wow. I am so lucky. Every single time that's happened, I have pulled my brush back instinctively to like clean it or something before I jump out of my skin. Those pants are starting to look pretty close. He's got those Sultan of Swing pants. I'm amazed that Jesse didn't tell me who the actor of this was. By the way, everybody tell Jesse how amazing it is that I remember so much stupid crap about Star Wars. I think it's not fun. How stupid it is. Oh, you're I'm not a huge fan. Your mercenary box is coming. That has Boba, Bosk, IG-88, and other man, human man with the turban, whose name I don't know because I don't know Star Wars stuff. And remember, no disintegrations. As you wish. Oh, you weren't here. We were talking about Ice Cream Man. A couple of weeks ago. We were talking about the guy stealing the ice cream machine. That is what I've been waiting for. Of course, yeah, I remember you were saying you were excited for Bosk. So you can play an entire bounty hunter team now, right? Because you have Go on Git guy. Who name is completely escaping me. Mr. Giant Hat guy. Butts. Will Road the ice cream man. Cloud City's sinking, man. You need that. God forbid you get on an escape pod. You don't have ice cream. Cad Bane. There it is. Thank you. And the Mandalorian together, and the new bounty hunter. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. Mandalorian's in the game now. I do think it's funny that they didn't put the lady in with the Mandalorian box. She's still blacklisted. So she won't ever be in the show again, and that now you can't even have Carl Weathers come back because he's not even alive, unless they do another deep fake Moff Tarkin, which that'd be creepy. Look at those pants. Just look at them. Oh my goodness, look at those pants. They're so pantsy. Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a flippin' second here. You said he doesn't have a defense thing? Look at it. This character and allied characters within 2 may re-roll an attack and defense roll. You telling me that's not a defense tech? Dice re-rolling? Unbelievable. You don't know what you're talking about. You should listen to Fury's Finest. Find out what the heck you're talking about. Unbelievable. Unfriggin' believable. Every Star Wars celebrity, every Star Wars celebration, a huge group. Yeah, gather every year. They march through the con front to back with all ice cream makers and shout, "We want ice cream." All different Wilro hoods. I even saw a Bender with a mustache last time. Oh, that's funny. Alright, here we go. We're going Screaming Skull. Because of The Mandalorian Season 1 and Dave's love of Star Wars, we now know the ice cream maker is a safe full of money. Is that a real thing? Did they actually go back and like, do they have like an ice cream thing? I must have missed that. AMG even made one of the pirates in Hondo's box, making a heist with the ice cream maker and running away with one. I didn't know that. Is it really? I gotta see that. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice, like a container. Is that the same thing as the ice cream maker, though? Because it's a safe full of money or Beskar, which is even more money. That's fair. Oh, so, I mean, obviously, so, yeah, like in the lore, right. In the lore, it's not actually an ice cream machine, right? So that's what they came out and said, is that that container is just some kind of, like, safe box for, what, specifically Beskar? Or just kind of like in general? You see, Jesse, this right here. This is what we're doing. You're talking about this stupid, inane crap. And I am a listener, so when you talk about this, I'm going to remember it. That is why I know the things I know. It's not because I like the material. It's because I like to listen to people. Every time Wilmar talks about how he's like from Tennessee or whatever, I'm always like, yeah, whatever. And I got to remember all that crap. That man was running just to save. Got it. You don't talk badly about the home state. I'm sorry, sir. You know what, Jesse, you're gonna be able to meet Wilmar one day. He says he's gonna come to Adepticon next year. And if you're not there, you should be ashamed of yourself because you went to some other garbage event. Like, oh, WTC, we're in the World Championship, we're in Denmark, look at me. I'm a man of the people, and I know how to breed and have a family that respects me. I got you, WTC, right here. You know what I'm saying, Fryman? Come down to Lone Star Open, hoping run. Oh, that's cool. Good for you, man. Oh, that's right. You said you're running the Shatterpoint stuff. Everybody wants me to come to these events. What am I gonna do? Let me look it up right now. What games are they playing at Lone Star Open? I can't afford to just take a plane ticket when I don't have a job. Yeehaw. Tickets are live. This is a frontline event, so I guarantee you they don't have any of the games I actually like to play. I would love to go. I just want to play something. And if I'm helping judge Shatterpoint and somebody's like, Judge, I got a question, I'm like, listen, bro, I got an answer for you right here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Frontman? Alright, so there's Warhammer 40k. No, not gonna play that. Age of Sigmar? No. Warhammer Kill Team? No. Warhammer the Old World. I'd play it, but I don't have a painted army. Star Wars Armada. That game's dead. Star Wars X-Wing. Also dead. Star Wars Legion. I don't have an army for it, but it's a good game. I think Star Wars Legion is a legitimately really good game. MCP gives me heartburn. MCP, day 1 is a qualifier, day 2 is gymnastics. Oh, what is her name? The one that made it up. The one that made gymnastics. What the heck is her name? The Morlock's girl. Totally drawn a blank on her name. Lexa? Yeah, Lexa. Oh, there. Yeah, thank you. She will not be there, but in spirit. Well, that's nice. Well, by that point, Namor's gonna be out. So I'm gonna go to the first table and I'll be like, "Hi, my name's Dr.D," and they'll be like, "Okay, that's cool, whatever, nerd." And they're gonna put a Namor on the table, and they'll be like, "Listen, we think you're so bad at this game. I'm just gonna handicap myself. 17. I'm just gonna bring Namor. It's gonna wipe me out one turn." So, what is that supposed to mean? Chris is gonna play Asgard. Asgard's good. They're also probably gonna get their new character should be out by then. Right, new Loki and all that. That should be out by then, right? Because when is this? This is not the right year. This is April of this year, so I guess 2025 isn't up yet. Okay, it's July of next year. Okay. Or is it this year? No way. Yeah, there's no friggin' way I can afford that. I went to Dogfinity and I had a blast. We had a blast. Raised a ton of money for Doggos. Oh, I guess you weren't here for that. So so at Dogfinity, we got to play Infinity, and it was a charity event for helping dog shelters and stuff in the area. We raised $1,200. I'm sorry, $12,000 for dog charity. And I got to play the game, and I didn't get... that's not true. I got griefed a lot. But did any dogs play Infinity? No. My army had a few of them, though. My Alpha, which is slowly becoming one of the most well-known Infinity models in the entire world, because everybody's always talking about it, has my dogs on it. So my dogs were kind of there. And then I tell them, everybody's like, "This is one of the coolest models I've ever seen painted." I'm like, "Yeah, I painted it for a painting contest, which I also did not win, by the way. You know, I don't think about it a lot or anything." And you know, put an absolute ton of time into doing. But it's fine, you know, whatever. I'm not better. I actually don't care. It's fine. I'm really happy that I did it for that model, though. That's I use it all the time, and absolutely one of my favorite models, and everybody loves playing against it.
Wow.
Anyway, point I'm getting to is I can't afford to just go to Texas. Alright. It's getting close. We're almost done with pants. We gotta shade them up a little bit. Just get some of that. Get some zazz. You guys got any zazz up here? Oh, wowee! The grandpa guitars. Let's come from that direction. Oh, wait a minute. If I gotta do that thing that people do. I have to say like, oh, I'll come back to MCP when this character's in the game or whatever. And then it has to be like a character no one's ever heard of. What's a good choice? I'll come back to MCP when what's a really obscure character? I'll come back to the game when Star Fox is in the game. An entire Star Fox affiliation. I'll come back then. And I'll think about it then. Once Golden only makes it in, I'll play again. Oh, you're absolutely right. That's a much better choice. Aunt May in the house. Bagman, Spider-Man. That's a really good choice. He would be Fantastic Four, right? Did he actually get in when he was Bagman? That was the whole point, right? Is that something happened and he wasn't Fantastic Four yet? I'm just saying, those people, God, those people are so freaking irritating. Yeah, I can't play Shatterpoint right now. I'll play it once all of Imperials, like every single Imperial model's out. I'll think about it then. Like, yeah, is that right, bro? Is that what you're gonna do? Just gonna think about it till then? It's gonna be every occupying thought. I'm sure everybody's met that player. He was in a yeah, I knew he had the suit. I just didn't think he got technically in Fantastic Four at that point. Fantastic bag, man. God. That would be fun. Not really sure how he would be much different in the way of just Spider-Man, but when Fantastic Four get into the game, I imagine like maybe their suit will do something. Like maybe their suit will give them like a power, like how the Inhumans are all immune to poison or whatever. Like maybe the suit will make them immune to something, so it'll be like, oh yeah, you're Spider-Man with some like slightly different attacks, but he's got immunity to poison or whatever. Because the suits do stuff, right? Because they all like switch depending on their powers. Okay, anyway, it's done. He's got pants. I did it. I will keep talking. I'm gonna go make my sleepy tea. And I will work on the base while I drink it. Because it's all about that base. All about that base. And I'm gonna eat some gummy bears. Did you hear the noise, Chunk? This ain't for you, stupid. Well, I watched that episode of the Venture Brothers, and the suit very specifically, like you could pee in it or something, right? Isn't that wasn't that something you could do? Mr. Impossible. Unstable particles, huh? You know what, Wilmar? I got you unstable particles right here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Fry Man? Gummy bears may not have been a great choice to chew on while on a stream, but I'm very hungry. So there's no shatter point at Lone Star. Are you focusing more on, or I can't say focusing on, but are you more, are you investing more time into MCP or Shatterpoint right now, Jess? Because your loyalties are split, I guess might be the right way to put it. I mean, that's the cool thing about Arachne is I just talk about whatever I want. So if I don't want to talk about Infinity that week, I'll just be like, you know what, we're going to talk about Cyberpunk today. And there's nothing nobody can do to stop me. You can't even call the police. What are they going to do? They already beat me up every day. It won't affect me. I'm used to it.
I can't wait. I'm gonna step back in time. I can't wait. I'm gonna step back in time. I can't wait. I'm gonna step back in time. I can't wait. I'm gonna step back in time.
Lone Star Open is the first AMG Shatterpoint GT in the United States ever. We are helping run. Oh, I thought you said you were playing MCP. Oh, you were probably saying I could play MCP. I get what you're saying. Okay, never mind. I get what happened. Stop me if you've heard this one before, but we're talking about Namor. God, that's so good. You want me to stop referencing this meme, Lomar? I mean, I'm a strong guy, but I'm not Hercules. I'm not made of stone. This joke is so good. It's literally one of the things that keeps me going. For every model of Jesse that I have to paint that makes me not want to be alive anymore, there's a Namor joke just waiting in the rafters to bring to breathe life back into my lungs. Anyway, anybody that's actually watching this for painting, I'm just using Scrag Brown to work on the base. This will be desert base that Jesse likes. So it's this Rhine Oxide. So it's been based with Rhine Oxide, which you'll notice that those colors tend to pop up a lot in the stream. And then eventually I'll put Desert Yellow on top of it, and then I will kind of wet blend it around until I'm happy. And then we will put some tufts and stuff on it. And this base, this like quarter, I guess, quarter of the base, will be the regular metal, the metal black that we do. You could say that this meme has inspiring charisma. That's why it gets a reroll to its attack and defense rolls.
I just need some time now, need to figure out now if there's still a way for love. I just need some time now, need to think about now if it's worth the pain, if it's worth to wait.
I will say, if you're at this point in the stream, you're here for the memes. You're not, you're not here for the painting anymore. And as you can see, it's very, very easy. This is just some simple dry brushing. You know, since I'm sitting here doing this, I might as well do the whole stupid face. Then you know what? Then maybe we can just meme around until I want to get off. If you know what I'm saying. 4-hour stream, not bad.
You paint?
No. I don't call this painting. Let's just point out the fact that Jesse's here, and he hasn't had a single thing to say about the paint job. Doesn't look good. He's giving me a scathing review. He doesn't even know it. Scathing. He knows that just because I don't actually need him to say anything, he thinks he can get away with not saying anything. Joke's on him. It doesn't matter. Because for this joke, he should have done it anyway. So really, he's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. And that's the way that you live life in Diltopia. Which is what my my little mind palace is called. Where there's really no winners. There's only there's only victims. Basketball patch, Miss Sinister. Oh my gosh. Maybe that was when it all started going downhill, Jesse. It was that moment. That was when we knew that the world as we knew it was over. The childlike innocence was gone at that point. Where I had to explain that I didn't know who Miss Sinister was because I don't read X-Men comics. That was the last summer of childhood innocence that I ever had. I think it was the summer of '69. It was a good year. Good year, '69. It was the summer of '69. Now, you might wonder why it is that a man that has literally never played Cabal once got best Cabal player in Adepticon. You could say that I was in the right elevator at the right time. And somebody said, "Hey, do you play Cabal?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, here you go." Give me basketball. Oh gosh. Alright, so we're going to take a little bit of that Rhinox hide, and we're just going to pull it into the recesses towards the black, what's going to become the black spaceship plate paneling, whatever you want to call it. And then what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of it and put it into the little cracks, because it gives it a deeper look, which is good for just put a little contrast out there. Alright, there you go. He's actually almost done. Got to do his shirt, which is like a dark emerald green. We got to paint a lot of the straps. That won't take that long. That's just black. We got to paint the armor panels and also the visor things on the helmet, like a jade color, I think. Yeah, it's like some kind of jade dark green. I guess I could. I mean, Jesse, do you want me to paint the armor plates and the and his mask, of course. Oh, of course that's brown. The like visor things, they look like they're almost the same color, except one is like beaten up looking metal. I guess they're supposed to be the same color. But it's not the same color as the shirt. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's all the same color. It's like it's like a dark jade looking color. Okay. And then I gotta paint his bonk stick. Yeah, okay. He's getting there. Sweet. And then there was another model I said I was gonna paint tomorrow. Oh, the range bands. Yeah, the range finders. Okay. I just don't want them in my house anymore. Also, Jesse, I'm not gonna paint the bottom sides of these things because I don't want to. So I hope you're okay with living with that. Like I was saying, his armor is the Lady Liberty was. Okay. Oh, so it's actually copper. It's just like heavily patinaed. Oh, okay. So it's a patina thing. These are gonna take forever. I think these are. I think the rangefinders are gonna be a problem. Oh, actually, I got new paint. Oh, I don't think this might. This may not be as big a problem as I was thinking. Never mind. I might be able to get the bottom sides of these, but there's probably gonna be like a spot in the middle. I'm just not gonna touch because I'm gonna just stick it. I got new paint holders. I forgot about that. I got that on at Dogfinity. That's right. I forgot about that. The pieces are all coming together. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that Beskar thing. I don't have oil. That's the problem. So the way we're gonna do it is, we're probably gonna paint it silver. Actually, I wonder if I can just find a metallic primer. This is what we're gonna do. If I can find a metallic primer from like a hobby store or something, I might go find that and just spray them to make them silver. And then I'll just spray them with like, I think the best car stuff is like blue. It's like a dark blue color. That might be the right way to do it. Oh, I should update the. I should put the podcast in while I'm sitting here. Okay. Yeah. I probably spray them with that. Otherwise, I'll have to probably reprime them because they've been starting to get chipped as I move them from place to place, trying to ignore that they exist. So, if that's the case. And then spray them blue and stuff. Because I did watch the tutorial that you sent me. And it was like a lot of hitting it with like, yeah, like some kind of oily thing. So the new wash is supposed to sort of be like oil. I might try that. That might actually be a perfect test. Resend me that tutorial. And I'll watch it tomorrow or before I go to bed. Or don't and suffer the consequences. Which is I'm gonna make fun of Wilmar in front of everybody. Okay, so yeah, we paint that. Range rulers, finish Lando, and then we paint Cooper after that if we have time, which I doubt we will, but that's definitely a possibility. And then after that, we might be going real heavy War Crow, depending on what shows up in the mail. People that know me, I sometimes do hobby hangouts, not necessarily on Twitch, but like on Discord every once in a while. Maybe we should do that in the Whip Discord. I don't know. I'll have to think on that. But, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I guess it's probably better to just stop it. Yeah. That's probably the best way to do it. So, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. It's been a blast, as always. I've laughed and been scared out of my friggin' mind more times than I care to remember. Thank you for Rylan for giving me the bits. Somebody else gave me bits. I don't remember who it was, sorry. But, I appreciate... and somebody else resubbed. Thank you. So, guys, I absolutely adore you. I love you. I will be back tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. And we will paint rangefinders and hopefully finish Lando. And I'll show you the finished dogs, too. Which will look very similar. Obviously, they'll just... one of them have a little puddle. Bye, Wilmar. Always fun hanging out with you, buddy. And guys, don't forget, Patreon. Digital Nomad tier specifically helps me out. I really do appreciate it. New episode of Arachne tomorrow. And Calamity Jack episode 2 will be re-uploaded with better audio because apparently when we did some editing, it didn't save properly or something like that. So the audio was a little off. So if you thought it sounded bad, it did. And that was because of some of the stuff we didn't save for some reason. So we went back and fixed it. So that'll be re-uploaded. So if you see that pop back up on your feed again, that's why. It's because we're re-uploading the episode. Yeah. So guys, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful night. And don't let Aleph get you.
Love with Philippe Descartes. He's a really good character, and I really don't know if he pops up later on. I don't remember.
There's
I
not
think he does
anything like official for him. If you listen to Kapapa, you find out I bring him back later, mostly just for funsies.
Yeah.
And they're in, I think it's the Power Behind the Throne companion has
Taylor as well. Let's get some Thunderspine tails. Hopefully they move faster than snails. I think they all look a little bit pale. Oh well, hey, chain lightning. Oh crap. These crashers are kind of enhancement shamans. Or maybe, well, that's not what I meant.
Yep.
Because all of your guys count as 2?
Correct.
This is going to be rough. Okay.
As long as I'm healthy, I always count as 2 bodies, tier 1.
So, buttons.
On your underwear, because zippers. They're out of style.
Am I right?
Oh, I actually do have a button fly today, fun fact.
So I think let's go ahead and go with Scarlet Witch first. We might as well move her up so she can get capped and clapped. First one. They are so
According to
massive.
Greek mythology, my wife hated my purchase of a revolving chair, but then she sat on it and eventually came around.
What you do is take your airbrush and you're gonna spray it with a zenithal highlight. And I don't know who I'm imitating, by the way. And then you're gonna just take some of this contrast paint, which is on the other side of my model thing, which is back here. So then you take your contrast, Blood Angel Red, and you just slap it on your model. Boom, blammo, you did it. You got a painted Blood Angel.
I have a channel point redemption thing where I have to do like a just a knife run, and I just spawned in and I heard this coming and I was like, oh dope, I'll be able to get out of this like super quick. This is my actions! Ah! No, 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 no! Get up there!